In the next farm bill, will you prioritize small Wisconsin dairy farms over large corporate agricultural operations?
Farmers are the back of this country. They are the way that we put healthy food on our table. When I was an undergrad in Madison and I was taking the upper level economics classes, we learned about monopolies and oligopolies. And at this point in time, the larger farms have such an advantage because of the equipment that they have and the resources that they have. It's a little bit like actually politicians. Once you're in office, you get to campaign the whole time, and so you're better suited to protect your seat. For those farmers who have that really expensive equipment, they won't even sell it because they don't want someone to be able to get it at a used price. So it needs, frankly, I think it's suspect to some kind of major lawsuit for what's happening without having the ability to be subsidized the way farms traditionally were subsidized, because the capital is so expensive that mom and pop farmers can't compete. And so they do need help, and we benefit from that. And the federal government should help, but also, folks, we all have the ability to help with that by purchasing from our local farmers. And I'll tell you, once again, our indigenous folks are ahead of us. What they do with rice and other plants and what they do with their bison, we have a lot to learn, and it is a responsibility of the federal government to make sure that farmers can be in business. They are easily subjected to one act of God, a storm, a flood, just decimating their crop for a season. And so they deserve our support. Also, there needs to be some sort of regulation that allows for folks who are wanting to be able to level it up, to be able to afford to do so, so that we don't just have a few of those basic corporate farms, however they got there, interfering with the entrance for new startup farms. Because just like the doctors and the lawyers, the same is true for the farmers and the auto mechanics and whatever trade you're in. When you have folks who've been working there and they retire, we need space for the next generation to fill that gap and to be able to afford to start their own businesses. And specifically in farming, there needs to be governmental subsidies to help with that. One thing we haven't talked about is for all the things where we give money, you have to figure out where to get that. And I know none of us want that to be our taxes, so that's also part of it. You have to get everybody at the table to figure out where's the money coming from to be able to support those programs.